One time when I first went out to Cali with Romeo, we slept through one, I think.
We did.
Romeo's dad was like, "Hey, there was an earthquake last night." I was like, "Oh yeah." He's like, "Yeah, we slept through it." Like you guys slept
It
through
rocked you to
like a
sleep. That's what happened.
3.5.
That's how you know you had a good sleep. That's how you know you had a good sleep. I was just
So
saying.
they're
Like,
like,
no excuse.
I
And I
thought you
got
would.
imagine the Tempur-Pedic, man. I'm sleeping for
Seriously.
The technology, bro.
you wake up one side of the bed on the other side of the bed. You just blocking the door now. You're like, "Oh
Bro,
shit."
beds are, but when we get older, bro, beds are gonna be like clouds. We're gonna be on clouds, bro. That's how crazy I'm gonna
We're gonna
be.
be levitating from the floor, bro.
Yeah, we're gonna be in debt. That's all I think about. We're gonna be in debt
I
with
look
those
forward to it
beds.
now.
Be about
I
working
love my
for those.
damn bed.
Soundstripe.
Fan Spectrum, I see you. Let's go.
We're back at the ballpark, guys. Where is he at?
This is the only union that we're gonna bust. I'm a union baby. Come on.
You're not serious.
Come on.
You're not serious.
I gotta stick with MJ.
Okay. Hey, you don't have to say it because I'm here now.
Okay, my boy Paul right here.
Hey, that
Figure it out.
Fan Spectrum, right here, right here.
Did you guys watch the Grammys at all?
Yes.
I did.
Yeah.
Yes.
How do we feel about it? Let's start off with you, Manny. Or go ahead, B. Go ahead, B.
Bad Buddy got his one. Shout out to my Boricua. And then
Hey, that started off. That was dope.
Hey, that was a
good intro.
low key.
That was a dope intro.
Perfect way to start it. They got everybody loose, boy.
Go warm up. I was like, okay.
Yeah, I think it was a good way, like not breaking the ice, but like getting everybody into the whole.
They did it right.
It was good. It was really good. I thought it was exactly what I thought it would be. It's some of those where I was like, okay, obvious, but that song of the year when I was like, who is this?
Oh yeah. I was like, wait,
through a
what?
curveball. I still haven't heard the
that
song
of the year was pretty crazy.
Actually, if you looked at her, she was shocked. She was like, wait, what?
It was kind of quiet when they announced it. That was the funny part.
Yeah.
It was like,
they like, did you say the right? Did you say the right name?
There was like, she married. They were like the first married lady. She married to Joe Biden. She probably crazy too. Hold on, are you sure you read that right, ma'am?
No, seriously.
No.
She read it, and I was just like, everybody was
shocked, and you saw everybody for like a minute. It stood quiet, and then there's like, okay, we got to show respect. Like, we don't want to make it too
quiet,
awkward.
and then they started
clapping. But it was.
And I was like, oh, okay.
That was weird.
That was a curveball.
Yeah, that was definitely a curveball.
Then DJ Khaled was just salty at the end of it all. You notice like the very end when he started the God Did song, he's like, they didn't want us to win. They didn't want us to win. But
That's
God
crazy.
did.
God did, dude.
It's crazy. The whole show, it looked like I was like rooting for him to at least get one. He was nominated for like 7.
I told you he wasn't
gonna win. You did call it. Yeah.
I was like, he ain't winning not one. I'm happy K-Dot got what? K-Dot got one, right? Or
he got one. He got one. Best rap album.
Which we all knew he was gonna get. We knew
the obvious. Then shout out to Harry Styles. We got album of the year.
Did you see all the memes? There was a bunch of memes about people being mad about that. They thought Beyonce should have won.
She already won all the she won the other ones.
She's not. It's true.
Has the most Grammys.
She's a GOAT. That's a GOAT.
Like what? Like at that point, it's like, well, you want to give her everything? Like she.
That's true.
I mean, let's be honest.
She'd go already, but dang.
Yeah, I put y'all on that pop playlist. You see, now y'all got a little taste of the pop vibes. Shout out to Aaron. Aaron actually texted me back, and Aaron was like, "Yo, Brandon, I feel you. You got that taste."
I did listen to some. I was like, "All right."
Yeah,
all right, like we got some taste up in here, man.
Had that. You even heard the.
I like the Steve Lacy. Yeah,
Steve Lacy. You see,
Steve Lacy. Yeah,
Steve Lacy's good. I like him.
Actually, it was a cool.
I'm a fan. I'm a fan.
Yes, nice. It was clean. It was clean. The Steve Lacy track was
clean.
A lot of the songs.
It's just that
that
track, or he has an album. It's just that.
I think he's got some songs, but I don't know if he has an album out.
Did you guys like the hip hop tribute?
I didn't think it was bad. I mean. They had some hits. Let's not get no disrespect. They did.
It was just too quick. It was too quick for me.
Yeah, I really was. I was like, I'm not gonna lie though. They brought Uzi Vert out, and I was like, oh, we're about to get real. I was really about to get. It's about to get hype.
I'm gonna be real with that.
It was just too.
Go ahead, go ahead.
It was it's cool. It was just too quick, bro. Like when a DJ's playing a song and they go too fast, like it gets a little.
You have
annoying.
to you have to fit as much as you can. That's what really hurts.
I know.
You have Run, you have Rev Run.
It was fun.
You
I
had
did
LL Cool J.
when Public Enemy came out. That was dope.
Public Enemy was dope.
Yeah, Public Enemy.
Yeah.
I felt like they could have done more. Like, why Jay-Z wasn't up there?
Because I think they took him what God did. That's why. Man, I was hoping 50. I was waiting for like 50.
Ludacris.
I was waiting for like big
Ludacris,
artists, like towards
Ludacris.
the 90s, going into the 2000s, and they didn't. They skipped all of that and brought Lil Baby out, and I was like, bro, really?
Actually, when Lil Baby came out, I felt like it changed the whole vibe because
it really did.
His song is more mellow, kind of like slow. Every hot song that was coming out.
My thing is,
you should have done like Kid Cudi. You should have done like Kid Cudi.
Kid Cudi would have been a hit.
Kid Cudi would probably work.
I was like, you bring Uzi out, and Uzi, I was like, oh, this is about to get hype, and then they just play like the beginning of the song, and then it was just like, this is all about hip hop, and I was like, really, that's it? So that was the whole point of bringing him out there, because he looked like he was about to take off. They even zoomed in on Uzi, and I was like, he was about to start hitting that joint.
I was like, okay,
I know. Uzi,
shout out Busta. I think Busta killed it though. Busta was the one that killed it the most.
Bro.
Of course,
yeah, that's the clip I saw.
Busta
I didn't know.
Method Man, of course.
Method Man.
Method Man was dope.
Man. Yeah, at least
you guys watched the Wu-Tang Clan show? It's pretty good.
I have not. I heard it's good. I just haven't put time.
Yeah,
I'll definitely what's on Hulu, right? Yeah, I'll definitely jump into that.
I'm gonna take a look at that.
It's good. I recommend it. It's definitely I don't know. I enjoy it. And
what you like about it?
Man, Dave East plays Method Man, which is really cool. I like Dave East. I like his lyrics. He's got good songs. And then it's just a story. It's a cool it's a battle of gangs and then but like unity within it. It's pretty cool. It's how they became the Wu-Tang Clan. So it's like you see how the relationship, how it grew, and it's definitely really raw. It's really good. It's cool, man, and it's plays a lot with drugs, and it's kind of like a good Sopranos feel, just different neighborhood.
That's cool.
So, see, I'm so stuck in BMF like right now that
I haven't seen BMF yet.
Oh, you gotta watch it. BMF is really good. It is really good. I like it.
Super Bowl is coming up. Big game. It's the Philadelphia Eagles against the Kansas City Chiefs. A lot of story behind this in so many ways. But I want to talk about just the Super Bowl in general. I mean, I don't want to go too fast with this. Let's enjoy, Super Bowl's coming up. What was your guys' favorite Super Bowl that you watched, you ever watched? What was your favorite Super Bowl? Let's start off with you, Manny.
My favorite Super Bowl, you know what? I'm gonna be official and I'm gonna look up the year it came out because I don't want to just say the Super Bowl that the New York Giants play. Well, it is the Super Bowl that New York Giants played.
2011.
Undefeated 12 years
45?
ago. 57, 45. Super Bowl 45. Thank you for the assist, Double A. Yeah, Super Bowl 45. With the infamous Plaxico Burress catch.
Okay.
Where he caught that what I want to say was the game sealing catch. The clincher, the behind, literally, like you thought Odell had hands. My boy Plaxico had head and hands. Pause.
Okay.
He caught that.
I think that's, you say it's Plaxico, but I think it's David Tyree. The David
Tyree. No,
catch.
It's Plaxico.
Plaxico got the game-winning touchdown.
No, the game-winning touchdown was Plaxico Burress.
Yeah, you're talking about the David Tyree catch.
Are you
sure?
Are you catch of the game
was David Tyree.
Yeah, the catch of the game is the David Tyree.
The helmet catch.
The helmet catch.
The helmet catch.
The only thing Plaxico Burress did besides that
we'll
touchdown was shooting himself in the foot.
Oh no.
He shot.
You gonna make me look it up.
You look it up. You didn't know the year. You ain't even know.
Just say the one word. It's fine. The one word. I don't know. It's all good.
Tough.
It's
you gonna make me look it up. You're damn right. You better look that shit up.
We like old as hell right now. We all like old as hell.
What are you talking about here?
Let me tell you.
I'm gonna get back here.
You
know the flexible burst.
I could have
jump with a flexible.
No, yeah.
Oh
David
my
Tyree,
God.
David Tyree's
No,
catch.
let's go first. What you talking about?
You know about that David Tyree
young buck right here. That young buck is the wrong young buck.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Plexico Burris. I'm telling you what. I tell you again. I
was
was there.
well,
I was
that
at
80.
the game. Super Bowl 45. Sat in the front seat.
You see the stain right here? You see the stain right here? That was at the third quarter. I remember it to this
Remember, I
day.
ate a hot dog, glizzy, pause, extra ketchup, rolled right off the dog.
Oh,
That's
no.
it.
Dirty
The
my
ketchup,
shirt.
the ketchup, dirty the shirt.
Dirty my
Yeah.
shirt.
That was a good. So that was your favorite one. Why was that?
Yeah,
your
that was
favorite
my.
one?
Well, it would make sense. Well, it would make sense, but yes, it was the catch that led to Plaxico catching the final touchdown for them to beat
New England.
to beat New England. Not yet.
You gotta check it was New England.
The undefeated New England Patriots that had the very own Randy Moss himself.
You got your Randy was on that team.
I'm sure Randy was on that
No,
team.
Randy was on that team.
promise
Yeah,
Randy.
He was. Randy was on that team.
Check that Randy Moore on that team. Randy was on the team. He was the best wide receiver on that core. Okay. He also had Deion Branch. It wasn't Wes Welker. You sure Rob Gronkowski wasn't on that team? Rob wasn't on it, Danny. I'll tell you right now, Rob was out on that team.
Which right? Well, never mind. Forget it. All right, let's
You
get
like
to
no,
it.
it's Aaron Hernandez recipe.
So no, it was a good. Oh my gosh, it was a crazy. That was a crazy game, man. I will say because I did not expect that. And I do love a good comeback story.
Hey,
I'm gonna go with the Atlanta Falcons choking it to the New England Patriots was one of my favorites. I would say it was the Bears one, but because they lost, it is hard. It does hurt. But
Yeah.
the most memorable one, like the one that hit really like crazy, was the definitely the Tom Brady coming back because I was like, I don't know, it was just a trip, you know. It was no one expected that. I literally I was working that day. That's I remember that. I was bartending and I looked at the game. I was like, all right, this is over. I'm just gonna work, you know. And then it just out of nowhere, it just came back and it was crazy. And money started rolling faster. It was awesome.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it was a cool one just because I remember that one and a lot of people were. The crowd was crazy, so that's why it was fun for me. What about you guys? What about you, Double A?
Oh man, it has to be the first one I ever watched was the Titans and the Rams back in 2000. That was the greatest show on turf. And that game ended, if y'all remember, it ended at the 1 yard line.
Yeah, I remember that.
Mike Jones read the play and made the tackle to save Mike Jones. Mike Jones.
What's his number?
I think he was 52. Maybe I might be wrong.
Yeah,
but I know it was
know
Mike
the phone
Jones.
number. I don't remember. I forgot.
All right, no, it's all good. That was your favorite one? Okay.
Yeah, that was definitely a favorite one because it was what sparked me to love football for the rest of my life.
Yeah, I could see that. I remember my first Super Bowl. That was a good one. That was when Brady won his first one.
Yeah, I remember that.
You say you cried?
No, mine was that Bears.
That was your first Super Bowl?
Nah, I guess
no.
First one that really
that's
meant something though.
Yeah,
meant something to me was that Bears Colts because obviously being a Bears fan, and then there was the whole hype of the '85 Bears, the defense that we had at the time.
Yeah.
It's not my favorite because they obviously lost, but that's just the one that really became the one that
does
stuck
stick
with me.
You. It does stick with you, man.
Yeah, for sure.
I will say that. Yeah. It's been a while since I don't know how much longer we're gonna wait.
Yeah, let's not talk about this.
I don't want to get into that. So that's the one for you, Brandon?
No, for me, the one I really enjoyed was the battle of the brothers, the Harbaugh brothers.
That was a good one too.
The Niners and the Ravens. That was, Kaepernick's big year.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously the brothers, Ray Lewis's last Super Bowl, last year. Oh man, it was just a huge thing that defense. Joe Flacco had an amazing postseason, went crazy offensively. That game was offensively. It was 34-31 final score. But the whole thing with the lights
I was gonna
like being
say
cut
I've
off.
never seen anything like that.
Yeah, it was
And
crazy.
that big of a stage, like you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah,
And
and I
it's
think it was
crazy.
in NOLA too. I think it was in New Orleans.
Yeah.
yeah. And
And
you guys really think that messed up the momentum of the game?
Well,
It's the
it was
same.
like
100%.
It's the
Oh,
same
hell
with
the
the
yeah.
It's the
Niners.
same with the Cubs too. That
It was
Cubs
the
Cubs
Niners.
one
I think the
too.
Niners
Hell
were
yeah.
on momentum, and they were
Yeah.
like, because they were coming back. They were
It was
they were
scripted.
losing. Scripted. Yeah, they had to cut
We'll
the
get to
game.
that. Let's get to scripted.
Yeah. So, but
The
yeah, I think
scripted.
that's definitely I think one of the ones I really enjoyed. Obviously, and then the Brady comeback on the
Brady comeback.
Falcons.
No
Yeah.
doubt, no doubt, no doubt. All right, guys. I want to get to some. Whenever there's a break during the Super Bowl, you got some crazy commercials. What's your favorite Super Bowl commercial you guys remember? Let's start with you, Manny.
My boy Aaron was thinking about some food or something that he saw. And like, ooh. The one that I remember was I mean Doritos always does a good commercial.
Doritos always, yeah.
They
But the one
always do it.
Can't beat
but
Doritos.
but the one I remember was this guy just he was sitting down on his couch, he was eating, and he saw like what would have been a mouse like hole next to an outlet. So he he was eating the bag. He put a Dorito by the hole to like act like he was gonna give it to the mice. Bro, it ended up being this grown man that came and rocked him and like tackled him and ended up stealing the Doritos and like eating. Like that was the whole commercial. And I'll never forget how funny it was when I initially saw that, because like you weren't expecting it, but it was the funniest thing. He just broke through the whole wall and took the Doritos.
Oh my gosh. That's a good one. Okay. What about you, Double A? Which one was your favorite?
Oh man, there's so many though.
There is a lot.
There's a lot.
There's a lot.
I'm gonna go with the recent one I liked. It was actually an NFL commercial. It was when all the greats were sitting at the table.
Oh,
and
the
they were
100-year
all
anniversary
playing-
one?
Yeah, they were all playing football and they were like tackling each other. I thought that was really cool to see, and it was funny at the same time because everybody had their script. Like Peyton Manning, he was like Omaha in there. They had Dion doing the high
that's
step.
true.
Yeah, it was a great commercial. Cool. I thought that was really fun.
Because it's very rare. Or like Franco Harris was in there.
Franco. Oh yeah, he did the catch in there. Yeah.
It's good to see the variety like that, especially like I don't know. It worked out smooth, and it was like it felt like one transition. Like it literally felt like the energy. Right. It was cool.
Yeah.
What about you, B? Which is your favorite?
I got two.
Okay.
The first one is Betty White. They're playing like football field, the football field. Yeah. They hike the ball. Betty White does this like really crappy slant, and then she gets rocked. Like they throw a ball, like they hit her.
I remember that one.
They rocked her, and it was the Snickers commercial. It was like, hey, you're playing like old lady, and the guy ate the Snickers. It was a young dude. Yeah. That's one. Two, the Doritos in the time machine. I don't know if you guys remember that one. The dad is outside. The dad's outside with the kid, and he eats the Doritos. And then the kid's like, "Hey, you want to jump in the time machine? It's a cardboard box." And he goes in the cardboard box, like acts like the kid's making the noise, making him think he's going in the time machine. And the kid's wearing a blue shirt and like some blue jeans. Kid walks away, and this old man's like, "Get off my yard!" Runs outside with the same clothes, and the guy comes on. He's like, "Oh, you're so old. Like, what happened to you?" He like grabbed the old man's face and everything. Like all like was like really worried about him.
Oh man!
But those are two good ones.
Those are good ones. My favorite one has got to be the Waza. That's one of my.
I know. Yeah.
That's one of my.
I think that's the most recognized Waza.
I mean, it was to the point where it was in movies, and WWE did it. Like it was like, I don't know.
That is true.
It's just pretty funny to me that.
Actually, Budweiser had a lot of them. Like there was this one commercial Budweiser had. I thought it was so funny. I can't find it to this day, but it was a bunch of guys and they were ordering pizza. They're like, "Oh man, like what do you want? Like who wants pizza? Like what do you want on your pizza?" Everybody's like, "Oh, like I want pepperoni. I want pineapple. I want anchovies." Like everybody was just screaming out a topic. And then the guy comes with like 5 pizzas. and everybody grabs a beer and they're like, "Oh man, I can't wait to eat." They all crowd around and they open it, and it's just all the toppings in just one pizza, like everything that they ordered was on one. So they just stared at it. They were like, "Ew, that's nasty." Like, but it was so funny. It was a Budweiser commercial.
That's a Budweiser.
That one.
Yeah, I don't understand it. It was so funny.
The Bud Light commercial where it was like, they're like, "Oh, but the guy buys him a beer and he's like, "Oh man," and he goes for fizz bump and he's like, "No, fizz bumps are out. You don't know what's in." And he's like, "Oh, what's in?" He smacks the shit out of him, just like smacks him across the face, and then the whole commercial is just random people just like smacking each other after things. So like, the guy goes bowling, hits a strike, the next teammate comes, smacks the shit out of the face.
What's your favorite Super Bowl snack? What are you guys gonna be eating? Are you guys cooking? You barbecuing? What we doing?
You got to have the wings, man. You got to have wings. There's no Super Bowl party without the wings.
Okay, be like this, asking for napkins.
We doing barbecue.
Let me get the barbecue. Yeah, let me get everything, bro.
You see, I take some Baby Ray sauce, you know,
Baby Ray,
and then I put some buffalo, and then I take some buffalo sauce. Yeah, I take some Baby Ray, some buffalo sauce, mix them together, and then I go. I'm being in the bowl, just tossing tossing them joints.
He got a form, bro.
Just so as I do this, picture them going up and then back into the bowl. Just
say, baby.
Perfect form.
Wings are definitely
gotta be the nachos.
Nachos.
Nachos,
you can never go wrong. Or the bean dips. They got like the 7-layer.
Seven-layer bean dip. You just like, damn, this diarrhea I'm about to hit. You just sitting there, cheese, anchovy. That's the only time you ever eat. That's the only time you ever eat those. What are they?
The black olives.
Black olives. Only time you eat black
olives. I know, right?
I still don't eat black olives Tuesday.
But that's the only time you eat it.
That's the only time
on a 7-layer bean dip, because you can't take it out.
You ain't got no time to be taking it out. Yeah.
Scoop. You just like. It is what it is. This is what we're gonna do.
And by then, you should have a couple of beers in you, so it won't affect. It won't even matter.
You just sitting there, walking around the whole room, just
go warm up the house.
Whole plates later, you just there patting your stomach.
That's how we do it. That's how we do it in the cold. You know, you got to warm up the house. It's cold outside.
You know, and then you know you fat when you sit back. You know you full when you sit back. You got to do that deep so that.
I don't mean doing that. Yeah, don't.
That's that. It's been a day.
And you resting your arms on your belly, like
that's that
bad. You start when you know you fat. You start like you can lay your hands on top of your stomach.
Exactly.
Like it's a rest. Like it's a rest. Like
whew, man.
My boy said,
when the second half started
thinking.
My God,
you get too big. You get too big. You start balancing cups. Now that's a different story. You can balance plates and cups.
Who said I need plates and cups? Who said I need a bed tray? Who said I need a bed tray?
You need a table? No, don't worry about it. About no table. I need no table.
No, I'm good over here.
But it's Super Bowl now. You can't be all like, especially if it's a good game. You can't be all we moving. Oh. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you saved that for the second half. First half
don't matter. During the halftime show.
Yeah, exactly. First half, you kind of talking. You kind of watching the game. You know, you talking. You eating. You tasting all the food. Then halftime comes. All right, everybody, let's crowd around. You know, especially the women. They like to crowd around and watch the halftime show. And then when it's the second half, that's when the talk starts. That's when the trash talk starts.
That's true.
That's what we start throwing. We start putting money on the table.
Right?
I know.
Who you got? Who you got?
No.
I got $5. First drive, $5. Over 45 yards.
Man,
for real. It's a fun day.
It's gonna be a good day. Let me rewind it back. I know we got the halftime show going on. All right.
Yes, sir.
Rihanna's doing it, but I want to ask you guys first. there's been a lot of halftime shows out there. Which one stuck with you guys? Which one did you guys like the most? I mean, I know there's somewhere it's like multiple artists, so it's kind of hard to say. I know.
Yeah.
I will say maybe just in general, which halftime shows you guys like? Mine was Or go ahead.
No, go. You already
Yeah,
was
yeah,
on.
go
You was on a
ahead, go
roll.
ahead.
I was just
Start
gonna
us
say
off.
I was
where
gonna
you
say
wanna go.
Prince, bro, just because it was raining and you say
Purple rain,
Okay.
purple rain,
How much
That
more?
was pretty smooth.
How much more do you
purple
need?
rain,
Right.
purple rain.
Like how
Was out
much?
there like
How much more of a theme do you don't need? That's
that was
free.
perfect. It
That's
was like
free
perfect,
ambient setting.
scripted,
Like
scripted.
like they ain't doing that at the Grammys. Like that was a classic.
Shout out to
Oh
Prince. I'm not
man.
gonna lie. I was a kid and I was
That's a good
like,
one.
I was kind
Right.
of bored at that time though. Like like older now, you can look back at it and be like, damn,
I
that was
still
like
You
thought
a
that
appreciate
was
it
classic
more,
moment. But
yeah.
being as a kid, like you were like,
that's fair.
okay, cool. Like, can the second half start? That's how I felt
It was,
at that time.
I think we were winning during that time too, so that was probably another plus. I will say
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, they had a lot of old people
So
for
I
a
will
second
say
too. It
that.
was like Tom Petty.
But
They
I
had
don't know. I don't
some.
mind that. I don't know. It's like Stevie Wonder at the Grammys. That was pretty dope. You know, I
I
ain't seen Stevie Wonder
mean,
do that in a
I
while.
guess it all depends. Like, what's the vibe? I
That's
mean,
true.
Prince is not bad. I didn't like Shakira and J Lo. That was terrible.
Oh yeah. Ooh.
She was like,
Which one?
Oh.
Which one did you like, B? Which one did you like?
man, Bruno Mars, when Bruno Mars and then he brought out the Red Hot Chili Peppers, that was
That was a
kind
good
of
one.
badass.
That was nice.
That
That
was
was
pretty
dope.
clean. Him and I did like. I think last year was the weekends. The weekend didn't do too bad. I think it was pretty good.
Yeah.
I did like
Last
the
year,
weekend.
last year was Dre actually. That
No,
was good
yeah,
too.
last year
Oh,
was
last year was the
Dre.
group. It was
Yeah,
the
it
group
It
of
was
was
Dre,
like,
That was a good
yeah,
one.
50,
whole
Mary
West Coast.
J,
Eminem,
Eminem. That was not bad. That was
Mary J.
good.
Blige.
But the
Yeah.
one before that, I think that was
That
The
was
the weekend,
weekend.
and the
Oh,
weekend was pretty good. I think the weekends was good. I like those are like top, like the top two for a second for me, at least from what
That's
I
a good one.
remember. Those
No,
are like
yeah.
Bruno Mars was in there like twice, and then it was like Bruno Mars, Coldplay, and Beyonce. Then Beyonce had her own. Beyonce did pretty good. Katy Perry,
Eminem, I think, did
yeah.
one by
JT,
himself.
Netflix. And
I
then,
want to say, yeah, because
Was that
the
was that your
Beyonce one.
favorite? No, I'm just-
then Jackson, and I was like,
I
"Yo,
know
put that away. We on
that-
TV. We on public TV.
you know, public twice. You sound like Bertie Mac doing that, bro.
We on public TV. Son of a bitch. What about some milk and cookie?
What about
Yeah,
you,
those are
Double
my-
A? What about you, Double A?
Oh my god. Probably. I want to say it was the Beyonce. I think didn't she bring out Destiny's Child? I think.
I
in
think
that
so.
one was that the
Man,
one where
It's been a minute.
Destiny Child came out? I remember
No,
there
I
was
don't
one
think
Destiny
so.
Childs came out, and that was the one I was like, I want to say it was Beyonce because they haven't been together for a long time at that
That's
point.
true.
So
I
when
think
she
you're
brought
right.
out Destiny Child, I was
I
like,
think you're
oh,
right.
okay.
I mean,
I'll pay my telephone bills.
I can.
if you like it, then you should have been on it. Everybody's
For
out here like,
real.
what? Oh.
That was a good one. That was a
Yeah,
good one.
no.
Yeah. What about you, Manny? Which one's your favorite?
Man, from the ones that I can remember, I feel like I know that, I mean, I guess I would have liked it if I would remember it, but I didn't know that. I know that Michael Jackson did one.
Michael Jackson
So
did do a good one. I
I'm
mean,
sure
yeah,
I'm
that
sure that would have
counts.
been a dope one.
It
You know what
counts.
I mean?
You're still watching it in essence.
Well, they said
not
it's
live.
probably one of the
Yeah.
greatest performances besides Whitney, I think.
Right.
I think they said that
Really?
those two are the top two Super Bowl performances of all time.
Really? Oh,
I can
I
see
didn't know
that.
that. Yeah, yeah, I mean, yeah, it would be between him and I did like last year's a lot. I did like
Last year's
Dre's
was cool, and it was in LA. Like
Yeah,
I get it.
I liked that whole group. It was pretty dope. I think last year's was really cool.
So Rihanna,
Jennifer Lopez, Jesus, Jennifer Lopez and Shakira one. That was actually a pretty decent
Yeah,
one.
bringing politics into this.
I
You want
am.
to say Pelosi?
Yeah, I know.
Hey, for that Pelosi,
that's a
Speaker of the
different
House
show.
is-
That's all.
That's
Hey,
a
bro, that's a
different
whole
show.
that's a whole
Speaker of the
different
House
segment,
over
my
here.
boy.
That's a different show, bro. That's a
throwback Speaker of the House. Like, hey,
Hey, bro.
you're back
I
in
ain't
my
heard
day.
that,
I
bro.
swear Pelosi was in that halftime show. No, Dad, it was Jennifer Lopez. No, it was Jennifer Pelosi. It was Miss Pelosi.
It was Miss
I'm
Pelosi.
telling you.
Damn, are we getting that old, bro? For real? We be forgetting
That's funny.
So Rihanna's on there now. I mean, it's kind of cool. She's cool. She got some songs. I mean, I really I remember the old Rihanna. I was gonna say Beyonce. I remember the old Rihanna more. I didn't listen to her like her newer stuff, but what's y'all favorite track that you guys like from Rihanna?
I mean, let's pull up the track list. I mean,
Yeah.
looking at her track list now.
We're gonna do her catalog. We're gonna pull up the catalog.
It's the one that
Pull up
it's
the
the one that
catalog,
she
bro.
mentioned the
The
68
Carfax?
Jets. Which one was that one?
I
She
don't know. I do
mentions
like
the
Need
Oh,
Me,
you
though.
like that? You
I
like
that.
Wild Thoughts?
Yeah, that's
You
what it
like
was.
That's
my
Wild
shit.
Thoughts. Wow. Everything is wild thoughts.
And
Such
all
a
I can
fire.
see,
That's
every
such a
time I hear
fire
that,
sample.
I just think of like DJ Khaled trying to hit that joint.
Oh my
I
god,
know.
DJ Khaled, boy, he got good energy, bro. He's dope.
I know, seriously.
My favorite
He
has
should
to
have
be
he should have a halftime show. That's what needs to happen.
her.
DJ Khaled, because that would be a crazy concert.
Dude,
It'd be like
he
know,
gonna
so
Drake.
bring
many people.
everybody.
It'd be like Drake.
It'd be cool.
Like
I'd
Drake.
love it.
Yeah,
I'd
that'd
love
be awesome.
DJ Khaled would be a perfect halftime show. I
Dude,
feel like he would do so good.
God did at the Grammys was a great production.
Dude, but
I'm
you gotta think
sorry.
about it. Think about it. That would be the halftime show.
Yeah,
Him
that
doing
would
God
be
did would be
the-
like that's
That
it.
was the halftime show, yeah.
God
That's one
did.
song. That's one
That
song.
literally was one song. You have to do so many songs in such little time. He has too many people. That's probably why they wouldn't be
Is
able
it
to do it.
considered
'Cause he'd
her
have to
song if she did it with Ti?
No, it's not good. Yeah, well, she's probably gonna bring in people she's done features with for sure.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. Drake,
I
you
think.
guys
Well,
think-
that's
look
well.
at-
She featured in that song.
You think
But
Drake
that's
gonna
my
pop
favorite
up?
Rihanna song.
Drake, that's what I'm gonna.
I would
Drake
think
Drake
so.
gonna pop up.
I think
Yeah.
so.
Drake
I
or
think
Jay
so,
Z?
too.
Jay Z too.
I think for work, I think definitely Drake comes off for work. Work. I think that
He comes out.
needed-
You take me, na, na, na,
I'm just saying,
Oh,
like
Kendrick. Oh, she could do Kendrick because she's got loyalty. That'd be dope.
that's a good one. That's a very good one.
Especially
Very good
they're in LA, right?
But I
Again,
don't know.
so-
He just did it last
Oh, they're
year.
in
So that's why
Arizona.
I'm like,
Arizona.
he just did
Yeah.
last year. So I don't know, man.
So I
you know?
guess. I mean, hey, bring them all.
Not too far from LA though. You're not
That's
wrong.
what I'm saying. It could be a lot of people. in the
Eminem.
Grammys
She could
just
bring
like,
everybody
alright,
back out.
for real.
And
Jay-Z,
what-
obviously, I think she brings out Jay for Run This Town.
nah, she's gonna bring him back for Umbrella, bro.
No. I mean, she could, but they can go from Umbrella to Run This Town. They can do that
Yeah.
if they do the
We all
remix.
run this town tonight.
That's all I think of. That's
It's goofy, bro. It just sounds like goofy.
that's what he does. Pull it up.
Gun diamonds
Pull
on the
up.
stars.
He does.
All
He does.
right. Needed Me, I think, is definitely one of her
Her
biggest
bop,
hits.
Her
Yeah, one of
Her
her
single.
first song that
One of her,
her
songs.
first song that
With
got
Diamonds
her
too. Diamonds.
Diamonds is a
Is that the
replay,
Shine
bro.
Bright?
In the
Oh, okay, that's a
sky.
good one. I like the
And
Shine
And the
Bright one.
replay on the replay.
That's what I'm talking about. I like that one. That was
That's her
like,
favorite. That's like her.
Hey, Mr. DJ.
that's her first.
Yeah.
That was her first hit.
Take a Bow. I can see her singing Take a
She'll
Bow.
probably do that.
Rude
Take a
Boy.
Bow.
Rude Boy.
Rude boy.
Tell me, rude boy, when you giving up. I can see her doing
Well,
that.
that song make you feel
That song
sexy.
goes-
I ain't even gonna-
That song go
I ain't
hard
gonna
though.
lie,
That
That song
can't-
goes hard.
You feel sexy, bro.
SOS SOS. Someone help me.
Bro, that's like
Van
that's
again
like
and
8th grade, bro. I'm sorry. that's-
SOS.
Yeah.
Hey, that song went hard though.
I
Stay.
can't-
What was it?
yeah.
Bro, she
I
stayed
want
on
you to
B96, bro.
Stay. She can sing Stay. Stay is definitely a song she can sing.
That's
She's got a
that's
lot of bops, bro. I mean, let's be honest. She
She
has a lot
does.
of hits. She can be there all day. Stay. What would you pick? Because you have only what?
You
maybe
only have
30
like
minutes?
10 minutes. No, it's like
No,
10
no.
minutes.
Like 10
They
minutes?
have like 10 minutes.
Okay, so you got
Yeah.
10 minutes. What do you think
It's
she
like
works in?
it's like
Is it
God
10
did.
minutes?
I feel like
It's
she
like
has to
God
do.
did. It's literally like what God did on
Yeah, so I would think Wild Thoughts,
That's like 8
right? We all
minutes.
expect Wild Thoughts, right?
Yeah.
Wild Thoughts, it's got to be pick 1 to 2 features.
12 to 15 minutes.
There's
Drake.
a lot of
I
it
take
to
Drake.
her.
You could do a lot with Drake.
You got to do 2 features. I would say you
You could do
pick 2 or
Take
3.
Care and the other one.
It's not gonna be Take Care. It's gonna
Nah,
be work.
you
If
know
they
who
bring
it's
out
gonna
Drake,
be?
she's doing work for sure. There's
It's
no way they're
it's
doing
gonna
that.
be
I hate that song.
if I think about it right, it's gonna be whoever she's done features with to the amongst the 2 teams that are there. So like whoever is an artist that comes from Philly that's maybe done a feature with her could be there potentially, and maybe
See,
you don't know
see
nobody
Meek?
from KC, but
Henry Cavill.
damn.
Bring out Superman shit.
That's
You're gonna
it, bro.
see. You're gonna
Hey,
see.
no, it's
I
like
mean,
SpongeBob. Remember SpongeBob?
does she have anything with?
You know, she
SpongeBob
hasn't.
was
Has she
fun.
ever done a song? Have you ever done a song with ASAP? Even though that's her
I
baby
I
daddy.
think
I mean,
so, though. I don't think
she could still bring
could.
out ASAP to help
I
with
I
the
guess.
think
song.
I think the heavy feature
All the
one would be
monster
the
shit. I'm
Run
friends
This
with the
Town. I feel like Run
monster.
This Town is be a really heavy feature one for her because that's literally
That's what I'm
Super
saying. It's
Bowl's
such a big
about. Who's gonna
song.
run this town tonight? Like
I
that's
mean,
like
it's you can't.
yeah.
To me, if she bring like you have to do Run This Town just because
You have to.
Jay,
That's
just
Super
because of
Bowl.
Jay.
Yeah, that
Like
too.
Jay is such a big moment. Like to like, bro, that would be like a big moment. It's like bringing out Beyonce if she brought out Beyonce, which she could do that too.
Oh,
That's what I'm saying. She got some bangers,
Hate
bro.
That I
She got
Love You
some
with Neil.
bangers.
Is that song with Neil? And
What
I
song is
hate
that?
that I love you
Oh
so.
yeah,
That's a good
yeah.
song
That's a
too.
good song. That's
That's
a
a
good
real
song.
good song. That song's a good song. SOS, obviously we said.
Yeah.
We Found Love too, Loki with Calvin Harris. That could pop off.
Yeah.
We found love. We found dove in a soapless place. Okay.
We found love in a hopeless.
Shut Up
Imagine
and
that crowd go
Drive.
hot.
Jesus.
Damn, she really, man.
She really does
All
have. You could be out here all day. Be here all
Heartbreak
day.
season.
Who wants to watch the Super Bowl? I want to watch her.
I want to watch it. We'll just get a concert. Let's just put a concert out. What are we here for?
right.
We already know. We already know the script.
I'm trying to get home to the Rihanna. Actually, there was a leaked script on
Aaron
Yeah,
out here
no,
trying to get
wait.
Aaron trying to catch him on Rihanna. That's what you just said. What you just said?
Rihanna.
I'm trying to get home to watch Rihanna.
Say Rihanna.
Hey, I'm trying to get home to watch Rihanna.
I made plans, damn it. I'm going home to watch Rihanna.
Everybody shut up. Everybody shut up. Put the volume up.
Everybody already at the party. I'm showing
Everybody
up with my
shut
Rihanna
up.
shirt. Hey man, wait.
Put that
Rihanna
in
in
food
15
and watch.
minutes.
Put that in food. We watching Rihanna. Don't eat right now.
Aaron, they're like, where's Aaron at? Anybody seen Aaron? And Aaron walks in at the halftime. It's like, Aaron, you missed the first half. He's like, I'm gonna fuck about it for half. Where Rihanna? Put the volume up. Everybody shut up.
Everybody shut
Watching
up.
Rihanna. Nobody want to hear
Don't crunch your chips.
Learn
next to me.
something from Black History Month.
You're breathing.
Chips
You're
next to
breathing. You're breathing on my neck. I feel your breath. Shut up.
I'm excited, man. Rihanna's definitely gonna tear it down. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
I missed it in the I'm about to say
I want to
here
go
and listen
to
to all these Rihanna tracks.
I wanted to go to I know we kept bringing up like scripted.
Yeah, Maddie keeps saying the word script.
Maddie keeps saying the word scripted. So what can you elaborate on this? You know, since I'm not
Please
sure.
speak.
I don't know anything about it.
Give us the knowledge.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
for those of you that don't know what the NFL stands for, it stands for the National Fixed League, aka National Football League.
I feel that being Broncos and Bears fans.
Very much so.
This is definitely a fixed league.
You can't tell me that the best quarterback in the league went from being the best to complete and utter dog shit. Yeah, no, dude. Basically, what's going around right now is a video of like Aaron Foster, kind of sitting down on a podcast and kind of talking about how apparently there's a script that the NFL goes by, and basically it's like what controls the outcome of the league and the games, and more or less just what is to be expected, you know, of like just the outcome. You know, I guess they can run the analytics and see what teams are favored and
who's selling money, who's making money,
who's selling money, what's going to bring the most attraction. You know, I'll tell you what, I'd hate to be the Buffalo Bills because to have a script where I went to the Super Bowl 4 times in a row and I lost every single one of them, I'd shoot the director.
God dang it!
I shoot the director.
So,
you're telling me in week 1?
So you think this is
the writer?
You think this is mainly by teams or by players? Because it feels like it could be players too at times.
I don't even think it would be the players. I mean, they have to play the role if they're the ones.
True.
If they're the ones making it up, then
maybe different sport. Who knows?
Right. You know, I don't know. I mean, it just could be.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say the NFLPA, but I mean, you're talking about owners, guys that have billions of dollars and could sit around and kind of make these things up. Reality is
I would hate being Jerry Jones though.
Right, exactly, because you got guys who are invested in their
28 years
is
out here taking those. We like,
right.
God damn it, the same script again.
Damn
Who
you,
fucking
Roger.
keeps writing these?
Get this guy out of
Let
here.
me speak to the writer. Let me speak to the writer.
Who the fuck keeps writing the script? You think
Who
this is
passed
funny?
this? Who passed this?
Who the hell who keeps
They
letting
put
this
them
guy
all.
write for us?
They put them all face down, right? They all the managers
He keeps
visually just close
picking,
their eyes.
right. It's like the Royal Rumble. They're picking
They
over.
all walk in. They all walk in, and there's all these scripts just laying down on a table. Jerry Jones gets there super early because what he does is he looks at the scripts and then he just goes like this. He's like, "Fuck this, not this yet." Grabs one and switches it to the other side, and then he sits down. And then when they're like flip, they all say Dallas Cowboys, so he can't get away with his script. They all just like, you're like, we knew what you were up to, Jerry.
We already got you down. We already got you.
Basically, though, it's just
that's crazy though.
Yeah,
that's
the idea
crazy,
is just predictions. You know, I mean, it like I said, the conspiracy in it of itself just makes sense because everything seems to almost, because if that's the case, I heard of someone saying, I was like, we need to follow the Simpsons then, because the Simpsons has been living in the future for however long
now,
for however long these freaking writers have been alive.
That's
so
true. That's true.
yeah. I mean, it's funny to hear it. I can't say I believe it, but like, I mean, as guys who've played the sport and then you kind of watch it, sometimes you feel like it is that way. I feel like
they're holding back a little bit.
The memes though. Look at the memes though. The scripted memes are the best memes out there though. Oh my, I've cried
they're funny. No, they're
laughter
funny.
out of laughter.
Go ahead. Let me hear some.
I've literally they're videos, so that's why it's really hard to like. You got to play them. Obviously, they're like Tom Brady after seeing the script for next season, and then it's his retirement video. Like,
we'll definitely post them. Definitely post them on the story because those are good. We'll definitely post them.
Then Nick Foles after receiving the 2017 season script, and then Stephen A. and he's like, me.
That's a good one. I think I've seen that one.
There's some good ones, but there's some real dark ones too. Some people did kind of go a little too far with them. Don't get me wrong, but the other ones, man, there's some out there that had me crying. I was in tears. It was like the Marshawn Lynch one. It was like Marshawn Lynch reading the Super Bowl 49 script, and he's like, God damn, damn. So they run the ball. They don't run the ball. They throw it.
Oh my god.
That's crazy. It is a crazy conspiracy. Because I want to know who the fuck keeps giving the Bears their script. This is horseshit. I need a new one. I need a Super Bowl champions one. I just feel like whoever's right, we're due. We're on
like
that.
it seems like it's the same format. Oh, just good running back, terrible quarterback. Like, and now it's changed. I will say the script's
we got WWE writers in the fucking back.
Yeah. Dude, I don't even want to talk about
this. Is Vince McMahon creative right now? I don't like this. I don't like this side of it.
I
want Triple H creative. I need Triple H creative. Give me some good stuff.
I want Pat Patterson. That's what I want. That's what I want, bro. Yeah, bro. I mean, I don't know. I can see it being a little fixed. I mean, like I keep saying the comeback.
The comeback.
That's like it just seems like a perfect ending,
Yeah.
I don't know. It seemed a little too fake. So but
I mean,
yeah.
If it's scripted, then they screwed Brady. That's all they did, So like,
facts.
It's a great story. It's a good movie.
I know. They already have the movie ready.
They already have
80 for Brady, baby. 80 for Brady.
They already have Brad Pitt playing
80
Tom
for Brady.
Brady.
They got all these like really acclaimed like actresses too, like old school acclaimed actresses to come back do movies.
So yeah,
they're all just old, but I was like, damn, just the hell.
Sally Fields.
Sally Fields, yeah. Like they have a lot of people in there. I'm just like, damn.
Yeah.
It's gonna be crazy.
She's cool. She's Forrest Gump's mother too. I remember that.
Sally Fields. She's goated.
Sally Fields. She is. She Aunt May, bro. Aunt May and the Amazing Spider-Man, bro.
That's right.
She is. Spider-Man. She is an amazing Spider. She's Aunt May.
She is. Yep.
That's it, bro.
Yep.
Tia May.
Tia May.
Yeah, May, bro.
That's how it better be when they make Miles Morales. Okay. I need to hear Titi May. I need to hear Titi May. I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear Aunt May. No, I want to hear Titi. I want to hear Titi's and Bendición. I want to see him like eating arroz con gandules. You know, I want to hear him arroz blanco pollo guisado. I want to hear him all the Spanish stuff, bro. All the Puerto Rican stuff. That man better be walking around with a bandana on somewhere, bro. That's all, you know. Better have a bandana inside the Spider-Man
There has to be a
suit.
flag somewhere. There's always a flag around.
It's got to be, bro. He swings it. He's like, Boricua! Boricua! It's like, now you're just doing this, bro, all over New York.
It's a good time. I want to go to New York, bro. Just
at the
just
parade,
to see
bro.
That. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh man,
Spider-Man at the parade, and he got the flag set around his neck.
Boricua!
Bro, I'm down. Write that down.
That's on the list.
That's on the list. All right, let's get into some football talks, bro. All right, let me see what Double A feels about this one. Which Andy? So it's Andy Reid Bowl, right? In essence, it's the Chiefs. Andy Reid, he's won against the Eagles. Andy Reid. I was gonna ask you, Double A, who do you think's the better Andy Reid? In essence, in your opinion.
Dang.
They both never beat Tom Brady in the Super Bowl now, so that's
Facts.
a big point.
That is facts. But man, when he was in the Eagles, man, that team didn't have a lot of talent on that offense.
True.
And I mean, they had Donovan McNabb, but
in essence, we're saying McNabb is not as good as Mahomes. Is that where we're going with this?
That's true.
Yes,
that's
true. Because when you have a great coach and then add on top of that a great quarterback,
an elite quarterback.
Look what they've done, man.
T.O.
Three Super Bowl appearances.
T.O. ain't no joke now.
And when they had T.O., they made it to the championship finally.
That's
when T.O. got his surgery on his knee.
And he played hurt.
He's playing hurt. Yeah.
And he's always had a decent defense too, I'll say. I don't think I've never seen a bad Andy Reid defense in the playoffs, at least. You know, like even when he goes to playoffs, it's always for sure solid. I don't remember the last time he missed the playoffs, actually. Shoot, that's a good.
Here's the thing.
I can't remember the last time he missed the playoffs.
Defenses are, I want to say, it's kind of overrated because when you have an offense, when you have a quarterback and you can score, it's easy for the defense. You just got to play the pass. You just got to play the pass. You know what I mean? You're making the other offense one-dimensional because you can't keep up with the offense.
Yeah,
I think that's why his defenses are pretty good because it's just
doing just enough. Yeah, I mean that's what the Chiefs kind of have been under his wing though. I feel like, same with the Eagles too. They were never like the super dominant, but they got the job done. So
they got the job done, right?
Yeah.
They had some stars on there. Brian Dawkins.
Yeah, no doubt.
Brian Dawkins, T.O. Yeah, those teams weren't bad. Their defenses were good. Javon Curse, right? Javon
Curse, yeah. Who was the other defensive end on there?
I forgot his name. That was a good that defense was pretty good.
Yeah.
That defense was pretty good.
They were going after you.
Dang good. Yeah.
It was pretty good. That's pretty good.
So yeah, I don't know. I for me, the one has a Super Bowl championship, so I mean you can definitely use that. But I will say the Eagles one is a little impressive too, though, because I feel like the quarterback situation. I feel like Mahomes is just too magical. Like it's just I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like he makes plays out of nothing. Where I feel like McNabb, struggled but still made it done. I don't know. It's different play styles too, though. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
it's just.
I don't know if
Mahomes makes it look easy.
No, he does.
Right. I was gonna say, I wonder if anything from his head coaching days in Philly he was able to bring with him in Kansas City, or he just adapted a whole new way of a whole new way for a whole different organization. Like he was like, well, this was my plan back in Philly. This didn't seem to work, so I'm gonna just kind of take a different approach in Kansas City.
I think that definitely happened because
his tree's
you lose, and you're just like, bro, something's got to give. Like it's not every coach is gonna go back to the drawing board and figure it out because, especially after you lose a job, you're just like, shit. Okay, well, what am I doing wrong? I lost a job, so now it's on me. So what did I do different, or what did I do wrong? that accountability and being like, okay,
the only
now
thing
let's
he
fix
wrong,
it.
the only thing he did wrong was he didn't get the quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you remember when he went to Kansas City, he got Alex Smith. They were winning.
They was good.
He still
they did really
good. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's
they did
true
good.
too.
Even
with Chad Henne, in, they still do decent. Like it trips me out that like Chad Henne gets no praise, and like that's 2 big Super Bowl games. That he's.
Oh yeah,
Andy Reid is like on that. Andy Reid's on that Bill Belichick status in the sense where like, it's them. Like it's not the offensive coordinator, it's not the defensive coordinator. It's him. Like it's them. Right. That's the reason why they win. Like because Nagy left, didn't show up great. Right. There's been other coaching staff or pieces that left that Reid, and they don't really do much, or they kind of do. But the same thing with the Belichick era. Like a lot of them leave, but
you think they're just
like
too dependent? They're too dependent on Andy.
I don't think that they're too dependent.
That's how good he is.
It's just for Belichick and Andy, they're just controlling. Like they know how their system is. They want to run it their way because
nothing changes.
At the end of the day, they're there to win games and win Super Bowl championships. And if they know how it works, that's how they're gonna do it. Like and they do the right thing by being like, well, no, they're running the plays. Or that's my OC, or that's them. Like giving credit to his OCs. But let's be real. In reality, like it's all Andy. Like it's all Andy. It's all Bill. Yeah. Like those are guys that just like they've been in the game so long, they just know how it's run, and it's now they know
the script.
World. It's their world. They know the script exactly.
I want to go next to I want to keep the talk about coaches. I wanted to ask you guys which coach benefits this one more. I wanted to talk about Andy Reid. If he does win, it's his 2nd Super Bowl. It's very rare now that we get a lot of now that Brady's out. It's very rare to get a lot of multi Super Bowl people and
winning anything.
Players, in NFL. So just having this one will be definitely big. But I know on the flip side, Nick Sirianni doing this his 2nd season is pretty impressive too. That's up there with like Sean McVay status, and he's built for longevity. So it's like he's got definitely a bag waiting for him, big time.
Oh, definitely have a big. He's gonna be like.
So it's like who benefits who benefits this a little more? Who do you guys think? Let's start off with you, Double A.
Man, who benefits it more? I mean, Nick Sirianni. I think he really needs this because I mean, you can make the case that that he was left with a great team already. Yeah. To be honest, Doug Peterson won a Super Bowl with the team. Doug Peterson drafted Jalen Hurts. So it's like the only little changes they did was like get AJ Brown and to get a few guys on defense.
Smith
like
too.
The quarterback from Smith. He just did some little things here and there, but it's still the same. The core is still the same. That was Doug Peterson's
Fletcher Cox. It's pretty much the same. Fletcher Cox.
Yeah, seriously. So I mean, for him, he done a great job with this team, but I think it's really important for him to actually get this win, because if he doesn't get this win, there's even more pressure on him trying to win the Super Bowl with this talented team. So I'll say he probably needs it a little bit more. Because Andy Reid's in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, he's definitely a Hall of Fame.
He's in the Hall of Fame. He got his Super Bowl. He's been to what? This is his 3rd or 4th appearance. His 4th. His 4th
got a winning record.
So I mean, once you got a chip under your belt, everything is just extra.
Well, actually, he would have a losing record. I think that's what even it out.
It will even it out. But I mean, you can't deny his greatness.
No, you still can't. No, I mean, just to go to that menu and jump. Like I said, it's very rare now. I don't know. I feel like it's still it does take him to the next level. I feel like the new wave of coaches, it's gonna be really hard to get that multiple Super Bowl kind of thing. I mean, look at Mike Tomlin. He still only has one. That's still, what I'm saying? It takes a while.
No losing seasons.
Pete Carroll's another one, Pete Carroll's another one. And these new wave of coaches, man, Kyle Shanahan, that guy's always in the mix. It's just, and you can't leave out Sean McVay. I mean, granted, he had a bad season, but that guy's still a great guy. Sean Payton's coming back. That's another one.
Sean Payton, yeah.
So I feel like Andy Reid, if you were to get one, I feel like, it definitely justifies it a little more. Definitely down the line when you think about it in years to pass. You know what I'm saying? And when he retires and stuff like that, oh, he had 2. Well, and you kind of compare it. It's definitely going to be a big deal. That's all I'm saying.
No, definitely.
What about you, B? Who you feeling?
Yeah, I guess with now Aaron kind of bringing it to I think it is Sirianni's bigger. Like it's bigger for him.
Yeah.
Because it is that. It's like that team's already built. It's gonna have to come down to like that right call of a play, the right situation, whether depending the adjustment at halftime. It's gonna be a great game. I bet it does land on him because I feel like whether Reed wins or loses, it's it's again, he is a Hall of Famer. I mean, it does help if he wins for sure. But yeah, Sirianni, this is bigger for him. This is so much more important for him.
Okay, no doubt. What about you, Manny?
No, I'd have to say Andy Reid and Kansas City is, obviously my favorite. Not only is he a Super Bowl champion, but he he just adapted a whole new organization, and the only thing he didn't lose was his winning mentality, and bringing that from Philly to Kansas City, I think is great to see. And he's amongst the group of, I think it was UB that said like Belichick, there's a good enough of coaches that are in the league, like even McCarthy in Dallas and and Tomlin still in Pittsburgh, and you got a lot of these Hall of Fame coaches that if they had not already taken one organization and flipped it around, but have been able to do that with multiple, and Andy Reid doing that with Kansas City I mean, Kansas City, I can't say Kansas City before him was like something special, but like, I mean, I know like Tony Gonzalez was like a monster over there, being like almost like a one-man show. But the fact that Travis Kelce can kind of take over that legacy, but just with an overall greater team too, it's really good. Yeah.
All right. So you think it's bigger for Andy Reid to win this game?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think so. It's another accolade that just kind of puts us almost. I mean, granted, like we know he's gonna walk into the Hall of Fame, but like this is just like one more added
one more
to the
notch,
power.
one more level, no doubt.
Exactly.
I do have. I feel like we did do the coaches, but I feel like we're missing out on 2 other guys, right?
Yeah, quarterbacks.
The QBs at the helm.
I agree.
What does this do for Patrick Mahomes' legacy if he wins or loses?
He's the greatest quarterback of all time.
Well, hold on. Hold on. I want to answer.
Like my boy Double A forgot that Brady retired last week.
Patty Mahomes already ready to replace him.
It's true. I do want to answer though, like who benefits more though from it? Because in essence, if Hurts loses, would you put Hurts better than Burrow? It's in essence the same thing.
No,
you can go down that route too.
No,
Hurts is still not.
I mean, Hurts is probably one of the top 3, if not top 2, best QBs in the NFC.
I would say that,
but the AFC has the most dominant quarterbacks, so he has to fight like 7 top.
So it doesn't hurt him
quarterbacks.
No.
It's just his second year. You're like he's not even.
Yeah,
he hasn't even made a footprint into the league.
Yeah, I feel like this is bigger for Patrick just because Patrick can fall down the Aaron Rodgers hole of being like one of the greatest QBs, but to only have one title. You know what I'm saying? It's just like.
But I also think, like, I don't know, like you mentioned,
Jalen Hurts
just made a footprint. The Jalen Hurts did make a footprint, but you can compare him to guys like Russ then in that sense if he does win it, because Russ won his second year. Granted, people are gonna say the defense, but at the end of the day, people will say that. Just had just as much as Russ that early stage. And Russ, granted, he's falling off now. It could be the same too. Who knows?
It could be the same, like literally.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's
the
big.
career.
That's big for
It
Jalen
makes
Hurts.
sense. This is big. I mean, this is big for Jalen Hurts, but I feel like just because he's young. Yeah, I just feel like the biggest thing is the NFC is the weaker conference of the two. So like, and they also had. I'm not taking anything from the Eagles. They had an amazing season. They also had one of the weaker schedules as well. So like,
say that about Brady too, though.
But like you got to look at it from the sense of like,
I
they had the weaker schedule. They go into the playoffs. They play the same exact teams that they played in the season from the weak schedule. Then nothing changed. They played What they played the Cowboys, they
no,
played the they didn't play the Vikings,
the
right?
Giants.
No,
They
they
played the
did play the
Giants.
Vikings, but
They played the
not
Giant in the playoffs though. They played the Giants and they played the
Yeah.
Cowboys. Divisional teams they both beat.
But
So it's just like
these were some crazy, like big. I will say these are big wins. Like they weren't close. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, granted, like okay, the Ravens against the was it the Bengals? I believe that was close, and they didn't even have their. I mean, second.
that's what I'm saying.
their
Like to
second-
me,
yeah,
it's like
I don't know.
that's why I don't like. To me, it's like this is their real competition. Is this like for me?
Yeah.
It's
fair.
the Chiefs. Like you beat the Chiefs, you deserve a Super Bowl.
Oh,
Like
100%. Yeah.
like don't get me wrong, their season's phenomenal. They play better than all the other teams because they're here for a reason.
Yeah.
They have the better offense. They have the better offense. They had the better defenses. So I'm not taking away whether they had the easiest schedule, they still had to play NFL professional teams. But with that being
Good
said,
defenses too.
I mean,
Niners and Cowboys.
That's what I was about to say.
Yeah,
they played. They even played the Niners without Brock Purdy for like the first half. You know, what's his name? Rob Johnson was playing yeah. And by the time Brock Purdy came back in the game, the game was really pretty much out of reach. You know, so it's like.
Facts.
Like B said, this is their real competition right here. You playing a team, an experienced team, a team that's been in this moment before, that's been in the Super Bowl 3 times in the last 5 years, 5 straight or 4 straight AFC championship games.
You're playing the best coach, the best offense, the best quarterback in the NFL.
Yep.
Like you beat them. You have all rights to brag. You have all rights, right? But this is the best. Like you're playing the best.
So who benefits this then? Who do you guys think this is
as
like
a player?
As a quarterback between Mahomes
as a play, like for me,
Hurts.
That's what I'm saying. Like for me, I think this is just bigger for Mahomes because he's been in the league a couple times. For Mahomes to be the player that he is, to only have 1 Super Bowl is like really, that's how I see it. So that's why I feel like this is bigger for Mahomes because of that. Because we saw Rodgers go to 1 Super Bowl, win 1 Super Bowl, and hasn't been there since.
Exactly.
And it's like, well, you don't want to see that with Mahomes. Like, Mahomes be the next greatest quarterback, and all he has is 1 Super Bowl to show for it. So that's why I feel like Andy Reid's only getting older. Eventually, the core's just getting older. You're not gonna be able to keep that offense together.
Even the fact that he kind of did it with, in essence, a new team. Like he brought in a lot of these different guys, and it just goes to show he can adjust on the fly like that.
I feel like you can't. For Mahomes, you can't pass up on any of these opportunities. Like
and
anymore.
on one leg.
Yeah, like to me. You can't pass on these
sense.
opportunities anymore, especially being in such a beast AFC with a bunch of younger QBs that are just as hungry as you are and just as good. You can't pass up on your Super Bowl opportunities. So for me, that's why it's bigger for Mahomes than it is for Hurts, because Hurts can easily get back there next year.
And if he loses, that's a losing record too, man.
I mean, just to add to that, like Patrick Mahomes he's at a status right now where we're like, he's already a Hall of Fame. I mean, he's already putting up Hall of Fame stats. He's already been in the Super Bowl 3 times, 5 times in the AFC Championship game. So now his expectations is, wow, what is your legacy now? You know, you got 1 Super Bowl. How many more Super Bowls did you get? How many more MVPs you get? So yeah, this is definitely big for Mahomes, because if he could get this one, it's like, okay. He got 2, and he's still a young guy.
And there's not a lot of multiple quarterback Super Bowl champs too. I can't even name one.
I mean, he's still a young guy. So for him to be in his first 5 seasons, 3 Super Bowls, and could possibly win his second one. I mean, I can make the argument.
It's definitely a good way to be on top too with all these young guys. I mean, you have that against you. You have that for you for at least a year. Like, you know what I mean? You're at that next level, and it's hard to get. It's gonna be hard to get to. I mean, look at we all thought Burrow was gonna be there, and look, you know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. So
Pat brought it down to reality.
I just feel like there's so. I mean, Pat's only a 5th-year quarterback though. Like,
it's crazy.
I feel like
it's huge though.
Yeah, it is, but I feel like I think I will definitely want Patty to win. just because it'll show that through diversity, even though I won a Super Bowl with what could have been the best Kansas City team, in the NFL and the time that we won, I think it's like, yeah, I agree. I mean, to get the best quarterback, to be the best quarterback of all time and only win one ring kind of sucks. But if you have it at your fingertips too, but I don't know, like why, and I say that because I'm bringing back why it's like it's his 5th year, and it just seems like
rushing it.
like his no, I don't know. I don't see it as
It's too
rushing it
early.
because no, I don't
Still
see it
early.
as rushing it. I very much see that we have high expectations for him because he performs at such a high level. And for us, we see the greatness and we're anticipating to see the greatness. And the last thing we want to see is failure, because then obviously it'll dwindle down, down, and obviously someone else is going to kind of come in.
So let me ask you this then: who do you think needs this win? Because in essence,
it's Mahomes. I think Patrick needs it.
No, 100% he needs it. For me, it's not so much about the second Super Bowl adding to his legacy, but I very much think this is one of those where it's like, I'm Patty Mahomes. I don't need Tyreek Hill, and I don't need $1 million wide receivers. I'm Patty Mahomes, the quarterback, and I'll get it done with my homeboy Travis and whatever weapons you give me. And I believe in my defense to hold it down too.
And a tough division too.
No, and the problem is like, I think the reason why the pressure is on Mahomes is because the league is different than it was 4, 5, 6 years ago.
Right.
Where every QB,
every QB will spend like 10, 15 years.
Bro, 10, 15 years and being starters for 10, 15 years and staying with one team. We don't have that anymore, bro. We're at a point in the league where it's like 3 years and you're gone. If you're not helping me in 2 years become a Super Bowl team, you're out. If you're 3 years, 4 years and you're not good, you're out. So like, it's a revolving door of how fast like these cool QBs are getting kicked out, or we're just like, shit, it's Patrick Mahomes' 5th year, and we're like, he needs to win. Like the last QB that's been on the team for a long time is the last one. Like Rodgers is the last one that's been on the team for as long as he has, and after him, if it is anybody, it is Patrick. I don't think there's anybody else that's been on a team more than 4 years. So like that's why for us it's like, damn, Pat in his 5th year. You're just like, holy shit, like this is big, this is huge, because the revolving door of the league. And not only that, like African American QBs that have won multiple Super Bowls. Let's look at it from that perspective too.
That's
there's
a big
not
deal.
really any, bro. Like there's not multiple African American QB with multiple Super Bowl Super Bowl champion. Like that's huge. Like we're looking from pushing it to the next level, because it's the QB is predominantly at this moment, a lot of it is African American quarterbacks, West Coast QBs at that. An involvement in the game where you're getting an African American quarterback to win multiple Super Bowls, but also be one of a West Coast style, where Patrick it's not too full West Coast, but if he has to move, he'll move, and that goes to the evolving of the game as well. So I mean, it's just, there's so much more than just the coaches, and that's a huge part. But like, this is a big thing. Also, it's
full of stories, bro.
Dude, it's Africa. It's it's a History Month, and we have 2 QBs that are both African American for the first time in forever, ever. So like, this is huge. Like, this is such a big game, and it's super, super exciting. But I hope Patrick wins it, bro. I do. I'm rooting for the Chiefs.
All right. So we're talking about legacy, right? This is a good one. We're talking about legacy. Obviously, the GOAT retired, Tom Brady. And that's one of the, I mean, as of now, at least, because we never know with Tom Brady.
Bye.
Coming back.
See you later.
Coming back in a New York Jets uniform near you.
Oh my gosh. I guess I ask you guys this. I know, right? I guess I ask you guys this. How do you guys feel about Tom Brady retiring? I guess, like, when you guys read the news.
It's the end of an era.
I mean,
it's about that time.
In a minute, I'm gonna need a sentimental marijuana to pump me up. Whole time, like, if he would have just stuck to it the first time, I would have been like, I was a lot more like, damn,
meaningful.
Last year, I was way super more. This time, I was like, all right, cool, Brady. Like, good for you. I think you should have just called it quits last year. You
It was
stressed
like, why
yourself
didn't
out
you
the
do
whole
that
season.
just the first time?
Yeah.
Well,
He just stressed himself
Well,
out this whole
all
season
right.
for
Yeah,
just to be like he's went.
everyone had a genuine
yeah.
reaction the first time, and this time it was like, well,
Even
Well,
Gronk was like joking about it. He's like, man, I used
the
up
thing
my
is-
long letter for
The thing is, he's so competitive, man. Because
Yeah.
if
true.
you think about it, when he retired last year, you could make the case that Rams could have lost that game, and he could have won that Super Bowl
He
that
could
year,
easily
right?
been, yeah.
So it's like I think as a competitor, he's like, you know what? Like maybe
Was one game away.
Maybe I have one. Yeah, maybe I still have one more left, and see if I can win this thing. Now this year just went to crap. So
Yeah.
it just went to crap from off season to the finish.
Yeah.
And you could see in his face, like he was not the same player. He was drained. He was, stressed out. So to be honest, when he retired, it didn't surprise me, and I really truly believe that's probably it for him because
I wouldn't come back.
Yeah, you can't come back. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And it hurts. And it hurts.
And it hurts. The way he left, it's like Jordan. Jordan when he left
Wizards with the Wizards. Yeah.
with the Wizard, he still felt like he could play, but people isn't it
Like
there?
the Wizards,
Yo,
really?
Like, dude, you cannot
Right.
play anymore.
Yeah, facts.
Let it go.
Oh, let it go.
Before we get to our picks, so we can see who we think's gonna
damn,
win.
we still picking. I thought about
Yeah.
this now. Everybody know who we going with. Who we going with?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. We'll see.
No, I just played.
No, you
We'll
good.
see. We will see.
I was just gonna say
Next time on Dragon Ball Z.
No, I'm gonna say what color y'all think the Gatorade is gonna be.
Oh,
We're gonna
God.
run bets on this.
Ooh,
It's a
good
mixture
one.
of red.
I like this one.
Red and blue. Red and blue is the best
Red
Fruit
and
punch,
mixture.
baby. No, you know what, blue.
No,
We're going blue.
y'all
We're going
sleep-
blue.
Y'all
We're going
sleeping
blue.
on purple. I've been
Purple's
seeing a lot
fire.
of purple.
That's that
Well,
green.
red and blue.
Gatorade.
That fierce.
Red and blue make
I'm
purple.
old
Sorry.
school lime. I'm old school lime though. So like the green.
You
Old
look
school
like
lime.
you look
Old
like
lime
you like
breath ass.
warm. You look like you like warm lime Gatorade too.
I
You
do.
don't even put it in the refrigerator.
I like the pepino one too.
That
Those
man
are
would
good,
just pull
too.
the shit out, the little one.
Y'all
Just
tripping.
pull them out.
He walk around Target. He pulled one off the 8-pack and he drink it while he walk
Drinking
around.
a warm ass lime
That
Gatorade.
warm ass lime Gatorade.
Hey,
You look
bro.
like
whoever gets the
a
job done.
your lime Gatorade drinking ass.
Alright, bro.
Then he
He was like,
realized
he'd be like, well, all we got
good
is
stuff.
lime. He's like, open the fridge. Oh, all we got is lime.
That was
Everyone's like,
lime.
oh, that's me. I'll take one.
Then he realizes
Yeah,
it
I'll
was
take
the
one of those.
cucumber flavor.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah, the cucumber,
aw,
the
damn.
pepino, bro. That go hard. I like that one. That's a good
Yeah.
one.
Romeo the type
Fruit
to be
punch.
like, hey man, you want to
It's cause
drink? I got
got
water, I got Gatorade, I got, I got some milk.
I
Oh, yeah, let me
got
get
lime.
Gatorade.
It's lime.
Wine. We look at it yellow.
Like, nigga, am I sick?
Oh man.
Motherfucker got the flu. Nigga got to drinking lime.
Like, I'm
Gatorade.
like, damn. I'm gonna be like, damn. Was this the
No,
last option at the store?
that's
Only
true.
time you drink lime Gatorade is when you got the flu or you got COVID. Ain't nobody else drinking.
I like
drinking
lime, bro.
for-
Lime Gatorade. Y'all sleeping on lime Gatorade, bro. It's just like it's just tart. It's just tart. That's why y'all don't like
So
it.
you
It's
drink
just
it when you're
tart.
sick. You can't
That's
taste
it.
it. You just hear it. It's some Gatorade.
Yeah, right.
The only time you
Bro,
can
that's
drink
all
it.
Gatorade. That's all Gatorade.
Oh
the red
my
one's the best
God.
one. Red one's great,
What
but
the fuck is like?
lime
I
out
got
here.
my Vaporu, my Kleenex, and here's some fucking lime
That's
Gatorade.
why. That's why I like it, bro. Because I was sick forever. Just whatever. I was always sick, bro. I was just sick with it. I was sick
Lime is.
with it,
We
bro.
all know lime is like national sick Gatorade.
I think of orange.
Yeah.
But I don't drink. I don't drink.
Nah,
Gatorade
see,
when I'm sick.
it was this blue, the raspberry, the blue raspberry, or the whatever it was called. So the blue, the red, and the purple for sure. The fire.
I really wish I had a Gatorade shower. Like they really like did that. Like that'd be awesome.
Golden shower.
No.
What's that Gatorade shower?
That's a
My man want the
Gatorade shower,
Gatorade sign in his
Imagine
bathtub.
that.
You want the
Imagine
lime?
that feeling.
That's
No,
how much you
I'm
like.
just
I
saying,
I just want a lime Gatorade shower.
Oh no. I'm sleeping.
Oh,
Like, give me some
man.
lime. I love lime so much. Just give me some lime Gatorade. I just want to shower in lime Gatorade.
Oh yeah.
That's all I've
I'm
wanted my
saying.
whole life. Is somebody fill it up and pour lime Gatorade all
No,
over
I'm
me.
just saying, bro.
I'm sick, guys. And
No, I'm
Romy's
just
got
saying.
lime Gatorade bath bombs.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, why not? Let's do it.
Gatorade. Romeo wants a lime scented cologne.
I'm just saying.
Hook my man's up.
This man's AirPod case is a
Bro,
lime
I got
Gatorade.
some-
It's just
I got
like-
I got Sprite in the fridge too, which is funny.
Mm.
It kills me the most. No, I just that'd be dope. As a coach, man, that'd be one of the best feelings ever.
Oh, don't pour it on me. Oh. They get to all the show and then they go in the back and they're like, yeah, lime
exactly.
Gatorade.
Yeah.
Gatorade.
I guess let's go to our picks, man. Who do you guys think is gonna win the Super Bowl? Let's go with
Chiefs.
Chiefs.
34.
You can do it. You gonna go out the script?
34-28.
You read the script.
Read the script.
34-28.
Read the script. Patrick Mahomes going for 200 yards. Jalen Hurts for 160 with 40 yards rushing.
Who's MVP?
I say 100.
Who's MVP?
Huh?
Who's
Who's
MVP?
MVP?
Travis Kelce.
Travis Kelce. Yep.
Travis Kelce, yeah.
That'd be like
Kelce
the first.
Bowl.
Actually,
That'd be
it probably
that'd be
would
the
be
first-
Patty
that'd be
Mahomes, to be honest, but
That'd be the first tight end to win it too.
Yeah.
Perfect time and Kelce Bowl on top of that. Why not?
Mhm.
Okay. What about you, man? Are you sticking with Chiefs? It sounds
Yeah,
like
I'm sticking with Kansas City, man. Yeah.
Welcome to the Red Kingdom. You know it's the Red Kingdom.
Do you know that they call their stadium Arrowhead?
they don't anymore, but they used to. Yeah. It's
I
like
just
GEHA field. I don't know what that Jihad. I don't know which. I don't mispronounce it.
Jihad.
Jihad.
GEHA. I don't know how to say it. Jihad.
GEHA.
my boy,
That's how you- that's how it's
Mo
spelled.
Mo
No, that's how it's
Mo
spelled.
cousin on the
GEHA. No,
stadium.
That's the Jacksonville Jaguars, bro.
So we got the Jihad Stadium.
Sorry, I'm messed up, bro. No, but it used to be called Arrowhead. Yeah, it's like if they were to change Wrigley, like if they change the name to Wrigley Field, man, everybody would be mad.
Yeah.
You know? They can't do that. That's messed up. It was
True.
already sad enough they did it with the Raiders too. Like, y'all gonna just dismantle the black hole like that?
All
Like,
Allegiant
Right.
Stadium, right?
that was a big fan base, but I mean that's for another day. What about you, Double A? Who's gonna win the Super Bowl?
Yeah, I think I'm going to Chiefs, man. I think Patty Mahomes
Wow.
going to be MVP, and
Mhm.
Jalen Hurts will once again choke in a championship game.
Yeah.
Damn. Just like
he has
that.
a-
He ain't
a
gonna
record
lose. He is gonna
choking.
choke on
They
lime
be
Gatorade.
choking like he choked in like the
Lime
national
Gatorade.
championship game when they benched him.
What
He gonna have lime Gatorade.
Watch
as he
it.
leaves
Oh
the
my
stadium.
god! Watch it be the same story in Gardner Minshew's like the next big thing. Like
I know Gardner Minshew.
Gardner Minshew comes start
like
lighting that shit up like Nick Foles was in the championship.
exactly, that's just the Eagles formula, bro.
They're
Makes
gonna run
sense.
the, what's it called? What was it called? What was the play?
The Philly cheesesteak.
Philly
Philly
special.
Philly
The
special.
Philly,
special.
the Philly.
That's
Oh, hungry ass
the
boy.
number two. The number two.
Hungry
The
ass.
number two.
Man, it's a great steak and potato company. Give me a Philly cheesesteak, some onions. See, I want everything. Give me a meal. I want a combo.
So I want the
Fries.
cheese. I want the
Bro,
cheese on top of the fries.
Subway
Little
be
bit
having
cheese.
some nice. They got the melts
Hey,
now, boy.
On some fat shit. On some fat shit. Jersey Mike's.
Ooh,
Jersey Mike's.
They got some.
They got
I
no,
love Jersey
they don't have
Mike's.
Yes.
like cheesesteak spots big like that out here.
Uh-huh.
Like
Yeah. Not
it's just
out
Jersey
here.
Mike's, not out here.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
Yeah.
just Jersey Mike's is out here. I mean, well,
You
like
guys
that
got-
great steak is like
yeah,
kind of
great
hidden.
steak.
It's
Yeah.
a gem.
Well,
though
we
now.
got
It's
don't
not
we,
like
we got
everywhere anymore.
what's it called?
Charlie's.
Charlie's.
Charlie, yeah, but that's like
Actually, I never
that's like
had
saying
it, but
it's like Sbarro. You know, remember Sbarro the pizza?
Sparrows.
oh,
Yeah,
Sbarro.
it's just
That's
like
that's
that.
airport
That's what
food right
that's
there,
what
dog.
Charlie's. Yeah, that's what Charlie's is.
that's
like
like
the
if
same
you go
thing.
if you're like stuck in like a Disneyland or something, you're like,
Yeah.
fuck, I gotta go get Sparrows. Like I want pizza. I guess.
I guess I'll guess.
They-
I'll
they-
get what
Yeah,
he
I
said
see.
there's
we're
no
talking
more
about-
Mickey
we're talking
personal
about-
pans.
We're talking about food court food. That's crazy.
I know.
Some fashion. That's what I said. That's some fashion. Like, let's be real here. We all hungry here. We
I know.
were like
seriously.
Chiefs. On top of that, Philly cheesesteaks.
Listen,
I picked the cheese. I picked the cheese.
I picked the cheese.
I picked the cheese. What, sir? Chiefs or Eagles? What do you mean cheese? Chill fat ass. Parmesan, sir. Munster. Do you have Munster?
Hell nah.
All right, so it's my turn to pick. I think I'll pick.
We're back to it. Oh, back to our scheduled programming.
I think I'm gonna go with the Eagles, bro. To be honest, I think the Eagles are gonna win.
This guy, because they got lime Gatorade on their side.
I guarantee it's gonna be lime Gatorade. Is gonna be the Gatorade,
lime Gatorade, no
on
ice.
top of Nick Sirianni. On top of Nick Sirianni's was gonna have.
Put that bet in, guys.
Gatorade.
Lime
Put that bet
Gatorade
in.
for
Nick Sirianni.
the Eagles. Lime Gatorade on the Eagles side.
A lime Gatorade shower.
Golden shower.
Lime Gatorade golden shower.
A Gatorade golden shower.
And then my MVP of the game will be probably Jalen Hurts. Yeah, I'll say Jalen Hurts.
I mean, who would be MVP besides quarterback? I know somebody said Travis Kelce.
I would say Devontae Smith could be one for the Eagles.
Valdez.
I'll say Miles Sanders.
I want to.
Was it Valdez Spalding? Scanling. I call that man Spalding.
Let's talk about basketball. Let's talk about Wilson. Let's talk about Wilson, Spalding. We just got all the regulated balls here on the court.
Pause.
No pause.
All
We're
right,
talking about balls here.
About balls. This is a men's podcast.
I think another player. I would probably say Miles Sanders, bro. I don't know. I feel like
I feel like running backs would be a tough. They would have to have like an
explosive
type of game.
They need three, four. Actually, Miles Sanders could be a good pick. Actually,
could be. If they're like in the red zone and they're not trying to throw, that's their go-to. Really, they're usually going deep with. It's either deep ball for like AJ Brown and freaking Devontae Smith, I would say Devontae. I would say Devontae over AJ because I feel like Devontae just makes the bigger catches, like the one hands,
splash, right?
Yeah, like
that's honestly why
he sacrifices his body a lot more than AJ does.
That's honestly why I picked the Eagles too, man. I just feel like they have more security with their offense than the Chiefs. I just feel like I feel like this is gonna be the same Super Bowl as the Chiefs and Buccaneers, where I feel like the defense is gonna roll on Pat, and it's gonna be tough, just like last time. And he doesn't have Tyreek Hill this time that made that crazy catch. So that's why I feel like the Eagles are gonna win.
Sleep on Kadarius Toney, bro.
That's true.
Sleep on Kadarius.
That's true.
He's small.
Man, he's always getting hurt.
Yeah,
that's true.
That's true too.
It's OBJ.
That's why they should have got OBJ, bro. They should have signed OBJ.
Juju. Sleep on Juju. Juju about to take off. Juju on Emmy.
He's gonna be doing TikTok dances.
Juju on Emmy. Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Same with Pat
Mahomes' brother. That's what's gonna happen.
Big facts.
All right, man.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.